Hello, everyone of Team Freedom Reigns. Welcome back to unit number 4, Facebook groups. This is the whole attraction marketing series for social media. Welcome, guys.
It's magic.
It is.
All right, guys. So first of all, we want you to understand what the groups are designed to do and what groups we have available for you, for your prospects, for your new customers, and for your new distributors, okay? So we actually have 4 groups that have been developed and designed specifically for different groups of people. The first one on the left-hand side is your body biohack. This is a group that's perfect for your prospects, your pre-customers and pre-distributors. So people that are just starting to learn information, or they're in the simmering phase, the crock pot, and are continuing to gather information before they make a decision. So that's your body biohack. It's going to be about product information and why biohacking your body is so important. Then the second one is your abundant life. It's all about abundance. It's all about being able to create the life that you want to live and be financially free and have everything that you want, including the time to spend with the people that you care about. So this is perfect for your prospects that are business-minded and want to know more about the opportunity. The next one is our Team Freedom Reigns biohacking product information and updates page. This is for new customers. So as you enroll new customers, whether they are regular retail customers or preferred customers, you can ask them for permission to be added to this page so that they can be learning about the products they've decided to put into their bodies, as well as see information on our additional products, which means future sales for you and increase in your volume down the road as they make decisions to use more of our amazing biohacking products. And then finally, I hope every single one of you have been added to the Meet Team Freedom Reigns page. This is our team distributor page. This is where once you become a business partner with Team Freedom Reigns, you are part of this information dispersal exchange. It's where we get to interact with each other. It's where announcements will be made. It's where updates on changes from corporate will be posted, as well as invitations to different events like the weekly opportunity presentations that Dondee and I are doing, the Monday night, the hashtag TFR, Motivation Monday team call that's starting here shortly, and that every single one of you will be invited to. So make sure that if you are not part of the Meet Team Freedom Reigns page yet, please ask your enroller to add you, or just friend one of us and we'll add you in to the Meet Team Freedom Reigns page, because you really don't want to miss out on the information that's shared there. Plus, it's a great place for us to be able to celebrate you, to be able to celebrate your team, how you're growing and progressing in your LifeVantage business.
Absolutely. So what are these whole things? What are these Facebook groups designed to do? What are they going to do? And what are the advantages for you? It's to create a fun and exciting culture. So when you're taking people from the introduction of information and the prospecting phase all the way up into the enrollment phase as either customers or distributors, it's allowing them literally to, at their own level of comfort, engage or simply be a fly on the wall or an observer and watch the information and the content and the excitement and the enthusiasm and the interactions between people develop right in front of their eyes. So they can literally just be complete observers. They can choose to be participants and like and comment and share if they like to, or just check it all out so they're never having to make an impulsive decision. That's the true power of what a Facebook group is, and what that it's designed to do is allow people over time and at their own level of comfort make an informed decision. Really magical.
Yeah, and it's really important for us to work together as a team so that these pages work the very best way that they absolutely can for every single one of our prospects, new customers, and distributors. So we're looking for your help. We need your participation. We need your excitement. We need your stories. We need your input. So we need you to participate in adding value to these pages. So just keep in mind that because we have to make sure that we maintain compliance We don't want to have any problems with non-compliant posts. So when you post something, that it will go through a review before it is added to the page. That is to maintain safety for the company, safety for our distributorships, and the best flow of information possible for all of our prospects, okay? So just keep in mind, there might be a slight lag on adding your prospects, but on adding your post to the page as well, because it will take us a little bit of time to do those reviews. But just know that it is because we want these pages to be the best tools for you in sharing this information with your prospects.
Absolutely.
Yeah, anything you want to add to any of
got
that? Awesome. So just keep in mind, compliance is a big deal. So the ATM method, oh my gosh.
This is not where you go get money.
No, but you make money through it.
Right. It's a better ATM than the one you're probably familiar with.
Yeah. Because when you go to a regular ATM that's like on a storefront or in a bank, it's like you have to put in that card and you have to have already deposited the money in there, right? Before you can take money out. And if you don't put more money back in there, then you've depleted your funds, right? Well, with this ATM process, what you're doing is you are going to be taking these people that are your prospects for this opportunity and our amazing products, and you are going to start with an ad tag message method. Okay, that's the ATM, ad tag message. And so the number one most important thing in this whole process is asking permission to add them to a group. Because if you just start adding people to groups, guess what's going to happen? You're going to start getting complaints to Facebook that you're spammy, and you could just end up in Facebook jail, and we don't want that to happen for any of you, okay? So maintain those relationships, be professional, ask for permission before you add them to any of the groups. So important. Then after they've said, heck yeah, I'd love to see more information, add them into the group. After they've been added, you want to make sure that you tag them in the pinned post on each one of these pages. And then if there's like one or two additional posts that you want to tag them in, go ahead and in the comments section, all you do is put in, hey, Nancy. Just make sure you've added them to the group first so that their name highlights and they're tagged into this comment. Hey, Nancy, this is the page that we talked about. So this is the pinned post. It'll give you a great information about what this page is about. And I also tagged you in a couple other posts. So then you're going to go and you're going to send them a private message, okay? Right after you've tagged them and said, hey, you know that group we talked about? I added you, and I've tagged you in a couple of the really important posts so that you can get started gathering information, learning, and I look forward to following up with you. So talk about the education on notifications.
Yeah, so it's very, very important. So obviously before the A in add is ask. Ask permission to be added. And like Marci said, you tag them to the pinned post, you message them that you've done so. Here's the key. You want to walk them through the notifications part, because and this is under the security, under the settings in everybody's individual Facebook account on whether or not they get notifications. It's specifically under the notifications area. So they need to go in, and if I were you, I would walk them through the notifications process to be notified when somebody gets added to a group. You can check or uncheck that to get it or not get it. Down to if somebody invites you, whether you get the notification through email or through push notification or whatever the case may be. But you want to talk about that, because what you don't want is somebody excited to be added, they're looking forward to the information, and then sometime or anytime anybody posts on it, comments on it, or shares it, they're getting dings, they're getting push notifications, they're getting emails that this is happening. It's a great way to turn the whole thing sour in advance or before it ever gets going. So make sure you go over the notifications with the people that you're adding, tell them to go into their notifications and set the standards of how they want it so they're not overwhelmed with the process. And we speak from experience.
Yes,
this
seriously.
It was a really bad thing until we figured this out. And we had one situation that helped us figure this out, but it was a really bad situation, which turned around.
But it was a great learning opportunity.
It was a great learning opportunity for us to be able to share with you what not to do. And that is, don't avoid talking to them about the notifications and how to turn them off. Yes.
So we've actually on these pages, we've put an asterisk on each one of the posts explaining how to shut off notifications. It's simply the top right of each one of the posts. There's the three dots, the little hamburger dots. You click on that and there's an option for shut off notifications for this post. It's that simple. They just shut them off. All right, so some sample invites to a Facebook group. How are you actually going to invite someone to get into these groups with you, right? So these are a couple samples. Obviously, you can't use these word for word all of the time. Sometimes you can because they're that good. I would actually encourage you to type these into your notes so that you can just do a copy and paste if this is an appropriate invitation for your prospect so that you don't have to retype the whole thing, right? Shortcuts are key here. We're giving you some tips, all right? So this first one, hey, Tony, I know health and fitness is important to you. I have access to a private Facebook group that is loaded with great information on health and weight loss. I'd love to add you to it and have you check it out. And then you can share a result that you've had or someone close to you has had. So you can say, oh my gosh, I'm feeling so much better since I've lost 10 pounds. Or, you know, I have a great friend that is so much more active. She's actually been able to start running again since she's been part of this group and the information that she's learned. Another perfect example here for an invite is, hey, Tony, I know you've been looking at LifeVantage for 6 months now. Probably still have some questions. We just launched a behind the scenes group where we are diving into exactly what we do. It will help you to get all the information to make the best decision. Can I add you? So on both of these, you'll see that they again say, can I add you at the end of it? So this is your asking for permission. Do not just add them. Wait for them to say yes.
Right. And one of the things about invites or scripted invites like these are examples. So if you're looking at, obviously it's to Tony, it's about a fitness, you know, I know health and fitness and something about weight loss. Take out of it the content that is specific to where you want to go and add that in. But if it's not the kind of vocabulary or words that you would use, make them your own. These are just references because you want to make it as authentic as you would normally talk. So that when somebody gets something there and I go, well, who the heck wrote that for them? Because that's not how they talk. So make it unique to you. These are just examples, but make the examples and the invites unique to you and say it how you would say it, or phrase the wording and the sentences how you would say it and what you're excited about.
Yeah, perfect. So more invite ideas. You can go live on your profile page with a call to action at the end, okay? Yeah. So you're gonna have the topic of your live video be health related. So something like survival genes, antioxidants, losing weight, wellness tips, etc. So you don't want to put any of the names of our products. You don't want to talk about LifeVantage, none of that kind of stuff. So we're still being in the mode of attraction marketing. We're not selling, right? But at the end, you're going to have this call to action that says, hey, if you guys want meal plans, tips, support to live longer, look better, feel better, etc., any of those things, comment the word group below, and I'll send you a link to a private Facebook community, and we'll add you into our support group. Okay, so that's a really great way to do an invitation through a live Facebook video to where so many more people are going to be seeing this information, especially because once you create that prospect list, it'll be only prospects that are going to be seeing that video.
Yeah. And let me explain something on why you don't want to use our company name, why you don't want to use our company products. You're not being evasive. You're not being aloof. What you're doing is creating curiosity. That's the whole thing about attraction marketing, is the curiosity you create. So if you say, I just started this great weight loss system or weight management system called Physique, and you mention it by name, what you've just done is given people the ability to go research it. And like anything they can research, they may find good, they may find bad, they may find something to talk them into it or out of it, but it's not at their pace. It's at their pace of comfort. So don't give them ammunition to go do their own research yet until they ask questions. They start asking questions. Hey, what's the name of the product? It sounds great. I want to get some. Let them ask you for the information rather than you putting the information out there, which can do two things: create bias, number one, and give them the ability to go talk themselves out of it by finding, say, a negative blog post as an example. Let the curiosity create the attraction, not your information too soon shared create them to leave and go somewhere else or just be disinterested.
Yeah, I love that. And when they start asking you questions, guess what your perfect response is? Oh my gosh, that's such a great question. We have this amazing private Facebook group that I can add you to that will give you all of the answers to the questions that you have right now with amazing tools.
Seriously.
So you're going to be using the same way that we share information offline online by you not being the message, right? By redirecting to a tool or to another person instead of you answering the questions. I love it because it's a system. Just because we're doing social media does not mean we aren't following the same exact system that we've been doing all the time, the whole time. So you want to go over these samples?
Sure. So these are some sample ATM messages that are on the first tag. So when you're posting somebody, you're adding them for the first time, you tag them in the posted message or the pinned message, say something like this: hey, I just finished adding you to the whatever the name of the group is. Additionally, I tagged you in a post that I feel will give you the best overview. Once you've looked it over, let me know, or I can just touch base in a few days. I'd love to get your feedback. So again, you want to do it enthusiastically, let them know they just got tagged. So why would you do that? Because now they're looking for it. They're going to make it a priority, especially if it was something that did what? Created curiosity. They want to go satisfy that curiosity and let them know exactly how you did it, how you pinned it, and so they know exactly where to go and what notification applies to what you just sent them.
Okay, how about this one? You've been added to the, whichever one of the pages you've added them to, group. Check out the pin post that I tagged you in. I'll be in touch in a couple days to find out what you thought. So the reason why you want to do both of these messages the way that we've got it on the end there is that you're building in follow-up. Because, you know, social media is no different than face-to-face, and you have to do the follow-up. You have to follow through. You cannot depend on them getting back to you after you've shared information with them. Right.
The fortune is in the follow-up. And here's the thing too, from the prospect's perspective, if you don't follow up, all the enthusiasm, all the excitement that you showed completely goes away rapidly when it's up to them to follow up, because they'll be thinking, well, I guess it must not have been that important. They didn't follow up. So following up is vitally, critically important.
So some sample follow-ups. Hey, Tony, just touching base to see if you checked out the Your Body Biohacks group I added you to. What did you like best about what you saw? How simple is that?
Super simple.
So easy. Effective. Right? Or, hey, Tony, how awesome is your Abundant Life group? What did you like most about it? Simple. You always want to end your interaction with a question so that they have an opportunity to come back with the answer that you're seeking.
And a specific question, not an open-ended question like, what did you think? Because that allows them or leaves the door open for them to say something negative, something positive, direct it to what did you like best or what did you like most about it? And they're going to say something. If they didn't, even if they didn't like it, they're going to find something that they like best because that's the question you asked, and it's going to be focused on positivity. Yeah, and keep in mind that we're doing all these messages through Messenger. And in Unit 5, we're going to go over some amazing stuff on Messenger because it's become a really, it's a golden nugget for sure. It's the golden goose. So here's some things to know, okay? So if you aren't currently in one of our Facebook groups, ask your upline to add you, okay? Or ask us. We want you in these groups. Some of our groups will have questions that must be answered before the person gets added. We want to make sure that we're keeping our groups a safe place, okay? As you'll see the bottom dot there down at the bottom, the group code of ethics. These are safe pages for you to add your prospects to. And so those questions that will need to be answered is just going to help us make sure that the right people are getting into the group, the ones that you're inviting, and the right people are actually inviting people to the groups as well. So part of the reason why this is important is that there are specific files, there's personal pictures, and many other things that are housed in these resources in the groups. And so we don't want people to get in there that would have access to that kind of stuff that would, be looking to do harm to anyone. So it's important. It's a precautionary measure for all of us, all right? And then keeping in mind that follow-up is a necessity. Average of 5 to 10 follow-ups before someone actually joins your business is not unheard of. With social media, we can up that a little bit. It doesn't take quite as many sometimes, but it still takes you being consistent and persistent for a long enough period of time to get these amazing prospects into your business. So, hey, that's unit number 4. Yeah. High fives all the way around. Congratulations. One tip I want to give you guys is how to interact socially within these groups is obviously you're going to have your own prospects that you're adding. Other people are going to be adding their prospects as well. This is a community. So if you see something that somebody else posts to or share their prospect, and it's a dialogue that's going on that has rich content, comment on it, and maybe even go as far as commenting on someone else's post to encourage or back up what they've said. Because one of the things I love about it is camaraderie is key, especially to a prospect. When they're only getting information from their person who invited them to the group, it may be one thing. But when other people are agreeing with their comments or agreeing with the person who invited them into the page in the first place, it becomes this stronger community where everybody's participating and everybody's helping everybody else. It's a great way of having camaraderie and a synergistic effect in the community as a whole in these Facebook groups, which are very powerful.
Amazing culture. And just so you know, we will be looking at the pages very frequently. I don't want to call it policing, but as I said before, it's safe pages for your prospects. So we will be making sure that no one's trying to poach anybody else's prospects. You've got that guarantee. And if you do try to do that with someone, there is going to be absolutely no second chance. You will be out of the group and you won't be able to join back in. So keep it clean. Yes, all right, guys, that's number 4.
All right, guys.
We're out of here.
5 coming up soon.
Woohoo!